Welcome to Brain Wrestling. I am Derek Christopher. I am here with the occasionally correct, sometimes has some good points, Walter Jacobson.
Oh, bless you, my son.
Good to see you, Walter.
Nice. Likewise. Thank you.
So last year, we're in a new year, 2023. It was terrible. It was vile. People were crazy. And the good news is in 2024, nothing has changed. So Happy New Year.
Yes, more of the same. Absolutely.
So the world is going just as mad right now. And I'm reading this, that they're saying now that the American population wants a leader who has no problem being anti-democratic, that he has no problem breaking the rules, breaking the laws, if they feel that it protects them.
You're talking about Biden now, right?
Biden or Trump,
Okay,
whoever it is,
just being sure.
because both sides actually do this.
Absolutely.
Both sides do this. Both sides, the Republicans overpromise, the Democrats underpromise.
Well, but both parties are lying like crazy. That's the real thing. That's the real problem in my mind.
But why is there such a breakdown in the democratic process that people, they're not worried about what's right, what's ethical, what's decent, what's moral. It's about what's in it for me. And I think a lot of this came from the pandemic when people were getting free money. They didn't have to go to work. They didn't have to follow the rules. And you're seeing a lot of that bleed now into society. I mean, even when you're going down the street and there's a red light, some fucker will just go through the red light if he feels he doesn't want to have to wait. And people are complaining now about having to go into the office. You okay? Yeah, you're all choked up by this.
Okay, yeah, sorry. But the thing about the democratic process, the Democrats are saying if you vote for Trump, democracy is over. But the fact is, democracy is already over, okay?
When you say it's over, what do you mean it's over?
I mean, the government is doing things that are undemocratic.
Such as?
Well, like for example,
we're barely into it, Walter, and you're already collapsing
because the Hillary Clinton thing,
Hillary,
the Russian collusion thing. She should have been indicted. She should be in jail now.
Wait, remind me what years Hillary was president?
The Hunter Biden thing. Laptop.
Remind me
when
Hunter Biden was president.
The government colluded with media in order to block this thing.
You want to get into this? Okay, so give me. This is what I see. I see them make a big fuss. Hunter Biden this, Hunter Biden that. And then when it comes to showing the proof, where is the proof? These guys love making a big spectacle of it.
This is the problem, is the proof is out there for somebody who's willing to look
for it. So
why
don't they put it out there? Not. But the Republicans say they have the proof.
It is out there.
So why?
Man,
you should have it.
You should see. Biden says, I've never had any conversations with any of his business associates. I don't know who they are. I don't know what he does. Then they show 15 pictures of this guy with all of the business partners who came to the White House when he was vice president 150 times. There's so much evidence that the big guy, Joe Biden, is corrupt and that he's been running this whole money game with his son.
That may be, but the Republicans keep saying, we have the proof. So why don't they show the proof? This is my issue. You know what? So indict people. Why did they run scared when Hunter Biden said, I want to come to Congress, but I want it to be televised and I want it to be live because I don't want you to start twisting my words around.
No, that's such baloney.
So why do you do
Hunter Biden is a big piece of crap.
Let me tell you something.
He's a liar. He's a sex addict. He's an asshole. He's corrupt. He's a cheat.
Was he president?
We're supposed to be sorry for him.
You're gonna say the same thing about Ivanka, about Don Jr., about Eric Trump? I mean, these fuckers took advantage of their positions in the government. They stole money from Saudi Arabia. They saw journalists get slaughtered, and no one gave a shit.
Look,
why is Hunter Biden? Hunter Biden has nothing to do with anything. Show me the proof still.
What do you mean nothing to do with anything? He was peddling influence from Joe Biden.
So where's the documentation? So you're saying Hunter Biden is such a crafty genius.
You never saw the Ukraine thing, the tape with Biden telling everybody, bragging that, I got this guy fired. I said to him, you're not going to get the $1 billion from the United States government unless you fire this
So why
prosecutor.
doesn't that stick?
Why don't what stick?
Why don't they impeach him then? Where's the impeachment?
They should be doing it.
Where is the impeachment of Joe Biden for this?
They should be doing it.
Where is the impeachment of Joe Biden for?
Where's the impeachment of George W. Bush for lying to the American people about weapons of mass destruction?
About stealing the election?
About creating a war that...
Can you imagine? I mean, think about creating a war what? a totally fake war.
George W. Bush.
But look how much
he lied. He should have been impeached.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He should be in jail.
Yeah.
Because, in fact, he shouldn't have even been president.
Yeah, and Hillary Clinton should be in jail.
So why isn't she?
Because
Trump,
the deep state is happy with all of these people because they're not threatening. Trump is threatening to these people.
In 2016,
drain the swamp.
No,
Trump doesn't want that.
I
mean, they don't want that.
In 2016, when Trump was elected, he promised he would throw Hillary in jail. He promised that she would be indicted and she would go to jail. He had control over the House and the Senate. The Republicans had full control over the government.
He didn't have control
and
over,
you know what they did?
Over Comey.
Nothing.
He didn't have control over Comey.
Nothing.
Comey made the announcements. She's guilty, but we're not going to do anything about it. Have a nice day.
So where were all the senators and congressmen?
Look, they're all corrupt. They're all on the payroll.
But why? So why are they corrupt now about indicting Hillary then? Why didn't they do it then? When they had control over everything.
Because the deep state.
So now they're afraid of the deep state. So they control the entire government, but they're still afraid of the deep state.
Everybody's afraid of the deep state.
I'm not. Fuck the deep state. I don't give a shit. You know why? Because there is no fucking deep state.
Are you serious?
There is no deep state.
You...
you know what? These are things that people imagine to make up in their mind because they want to have an explanation for things.
So you don't think there's a shadow government run by the CIA, the FBI, the NSA who are doing things against our best interests? You don't believe that?
I don't think they're doing our best. Do they operate behind the scenes? Absolutely. This is how they assassinate foreign leaders. This is how governments are toppled.
This is how they eavesdrop on American citizens.
But are they sitting in some basement having caviar and champagne and controlling the government? No.
Well, how do you know that?
No.
How do you know that?
Because you think out of 350 million people in the United States, nobody would have a clue? Nobody would have a clue. Again, you know what?
What are you talking about? The people who have a clue are usually
people come up with conspiracy theories to
it's not a conspiracy theory
to try to make facts combine mix.
You know, it's not a conspiracy theory. People like you who throw around
people like me. That's very offensive.
Who throw around the who throw around the expression.
Just use my proper pronouns, please.
People who throw around the idea of this is a conspiracy theory. It could equally be said the same thing about the opposite, that it's a conspiracy.
Okay, so
let me give you an example.
Okay,
people said that it was a conspiracy theory when people were against the vaccines and said the vaccines are not effective and dangerous. And people said it's a conspiracy theory. These people are nuts. Everyone should get vaccinated. The reality is, whether you want to believe it or not, is that the real conspiracy was the government and all world governments telling everybody that these vaccines are safe and effective and you need to take them for your own safety. And and people who aren't vaccinated are dangerous and going to kill you.
So which party did that?
What are you talking about?
Which party promoted and pushed the vaccine? It does matter because so you're saying both sides are compromised by the deep state.
I am saying yes, but I'm saying
so the Republicans are equally as compromised by the deep state as the Democrats.
Equally, but you just switched over from me saying that the real conspiracy is.
And first of all, the vaccine saved millions of lives.
There's no proof of that whatsoever.
And there's no proof that they didn't.
Wait a second.
See, you love to do this. You love to throw out so many things that can't be proven.
You too.
But even if they are proven.
People said that the vaccines were so safe that if you got vaccinated, you wouldn't get COVID. I know people who've been vaccinated and had COVID 4 times already.
But it's about behavior. It's about behavior.
No, it's about saying.
Of course it's about behavior.
It's about saying that the vaccine is safe and effective when it isn't.
How do you know that?
Because there's
I know plenty of people that have had vaccines. I've had the vaccines. I had 2 boosters. I've had 4 of the shots.
That's what I mean. There's so much data out there that these vaccines have.
Where's the data?
It's out there. Look.
Everything is out there. This is like fucking X-Files. The truth is out there. The truth is out there. I want the truth in this room.
I want to tell you something.
Show me the truth in this room.
You know what critical thinking requires?
I know, Walter. Why didn't you tell me?
It requires a desire to actually know the truth. You don't want to know the truth.
I want to know the truth.
No, you don't.
But
why don't you look at it yourself?
I need to see evidence.
Then why don't you look at it yourself?
If I tell you the sky is purple,
why don't you look?
You can look at the sky and go, "Oh, it's blue."
Man, you're telling me, "Oh, I respect you. I don't agree with you, but I respect you." Well, if you respect my opinion,
I respect your opinion, but it doesn't mean I can't think you're wrong.
Well, why don't you look it up yourself?
Well, because you're here in front of me telling me this, so I assume that you know the facts.
I don't have a photographic memory to list all of the references and resources that I've looked at.
So give me one.
I don't need to. You look it up.
No, you do.
But the fact that you won't indicates that you don't care enough. You want to believe this.
Tell me where to look.
You know,
Deepstate.com. There's gonna be some bullshit fringy website that
It's
You
so
know, some kid in
sad.
his basement
It's
is
so
masturbating and
sad.
typing this shit up.
It was a look. Did you see Fauci say that mask? You need to wear a mask.
Yes.
Right. And no,
See, but
no, he said that masks weren't important, so that the hospital people would get the masks. So he said you don't need masks initially. That was a lie. Recently, he just went to Congress and he said, "Oh, you know that 6 foot distancing thing? We made that up. There's no science behind it."
but why? Why did they do it then?
be,
Why would Fauci? What's in Fauci's interest to come up with these lies and promote these lies and push
well,
these lies?
what he also said was that he finally admitted that the virus came from the lab. It was leaked from the lab and not from the rat.
When did he say
market.
that?
2 days ago. You should look it up.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut that into this video.
And
if I can't find it, you got to show me where to
you'll
find
it. And in Congress, he also said 100 times, "I can't recall."
Was it leaked on purpose or accident?
I don't know about that, but he was saying that.
Well, that's important, though.
But
context is important.
The context is we have a video of him saying years ago, "There's no possible way it could have come from the lab, accidentally or not."
But as a professional, you know when you have a new virus.
You just ignored what I just said.
You know, because I'm trying to give it.
He lied.
How do you know he lied, though? Maybe he just didn't know the full facts.
A lie is a lie. If you say that we
But if
don't
you
need
think-
masks and
But
you
if
know
you
that you
think,
do.
okay, when Trump says the election was stolen, even though 60 courts, his own people have all said it's not true, he still promotes the lie. Wouldn't it be better if he said, you know what, all the courts, my own people, all the experts say it's not proven that it was a stolen election, but he continues the lie. But he's going to get a benefit out of it because he still thinks that he's going to be president of the United States. What is the benefit that Fauci would have as a doctor, as a professional, as a healthcare?
The benefit is he made money off of the vaccines.
He already makes money. He's the highest paid retiree in government history.
But he literally makes money on every vaccine that is sold.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying that Fauci makes literal dollars and cents on every vaccine that's sold. So you know for a fact that he's got to deal with every manufacturer, every drug manufacturer to make money on those shots.
Look.
Now, no, that's a big thing to throw out there without any evidence.
I will tell you that he has made a ton of money by forcing the vaccine.
How do you know this?
I read about it.
Where?
By forcing the vaccine.
Where? What dark website did you read this shit on now?
Do you realize that these vaccines? Wait a second. Do you realize
Fauci would be the richest fucking person in the world if that were true?
We were talking about the government and fascism and taking away our democratic process. They say that with abortion, a woman has a right to her body and a right to choose what she does with her body. But a person who doesn't want to take an experimental vaccine, they're going to lose their job. They're going to be like excoriated, etc. So that's fact. They tried to force everybody to take a vaccine, and they refused to let people use ivermectin, which could have saved hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of lives, because they wanted everyone to get the vaccine. So they said the ivermectin is horse paste, and you shouldn't take it. These people are liars. They killed hundreds of thousands of millions of people. Don't tell me the vaccine saved everybody. The government.
I didn't say the vaccine saved everybody. I think the vaccine. So you say the vaccine is up. You say the vaccine is all bad.
Yes.
And for what purpose?
It has spike proteins that attach various parts of the organ systems that cause the myocarditis, that cause blood clotting. You have no idea.
So what about the millions of people that it had no effect on?
It did. First of all, we don't know that. All we know is that so far, it's had no effect. Haven't you seen people pass out, 24-year-old, like in perfect health? And
if they have extenuating circumstances, sure. I mean, everybody, look, you can take people who take the polio vaccine can respond terribly to it. I mean, there's so many vaccines that people do not respond well to.
This vaccine is dangerous. And it hurts people.
But the major
and people like you don't
people
know
like
it.
Me,
yeah, people go,
well-read, educated, good-looking people.
Let me ask you something. You're so proud of taking the vaccine. Why aren't you getting boosters?
You know what? I took it when my parents were alive.
So what?
Because you know what? Because I wear a mask. And I know a lot of people think the mask is bullshit, but fuck you. I really don't care. Because to me, I've gone through, 3.5 years now? Or is it 4 years now? With that, knock on wood, I haven't had COVID. Because you know what? Because I take personal. Look,
Well,
I
that's
agree.
great. Hey, guess
I
what? You
agree.
know, I don't wear a
I
mask.
agree.
I don't wear a mask.
And you've had COVID how many times?
And I didn't get vaccinated.
How many times have you
and
had
I got
COVID?
COVID one time, and I took ivermectin, and I was better in 2 days.
Now, did you start neighing after you took it?
See, this shows your ignorance because it's not a horse. It's not a horse thing. It's actually used with people in the human population for very specific reasons, for parasites and other things.
What the government should have done is they should not have forced the vaccine. It should have been solely discretionary to the person if they want to do it. If you wanted to wear a mask or didn't want to wear a mask, let the people decide. But both sides of the government, Republican and Democrat, pushed it. You can't say one side did worse than the other.
I'm not taking sides here at all.
I'm saying they're all full of shit.
I'm just saying that the vaccines were not effective and are dangerous.
But can you imagine if Trump had not pushed for the vaccine, tried to get it out there, what kind of shit would he have taken? They said he doesn't care about people. He wants to let people die. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But what is the point if he's against the deep state, if the Republicans are against the deep state, and Republicans want to tell people how to... What?
I didn't say the Republicans are against the deep state.
Are they against the deep state?
Some are.
Well, he kept saying, I'm going to drain the swamp. I'm going to destroy the deep state. He hasn't done shit. He can't even build a fucking wall.
Well, can you imagine? That's because of what they did to stop him. They spent years interfering.
But when you have control over the government, how do they stop you? Why is it that everybody's out to stop him? Why is everybody out to stop him? Obviously, he hasn't been stopped.
He was building the wall, and then Biden tore it down. And look at our immigration border system now.
Well, we'll get into that later.
Yeah, well, how about the fact that Biden purposely has destroyed our country, allowing 5 million immigrants?
I agree about the immigrants. Well, we're going to get into that at another subject. But why, again, the deep state? Who controls the deep state?
Look, the deep state consists of...
You need a breath? You need some oxygen? Yeah, I just think positive things.
The deep state are these shadow organizations that are doing things on their own without any democratic process, without we the people having any
But who gave them the control?
They took control.
From who?
What do you mean from who?
And nobody can stop it?
Pretty hard to stop people who have the power to destroy you.
And how did they get that power? How were they put into power? How was the deep state put into power?
Well, the way I look at it, I go back to 1963 when Kennedy was assassinated.
Okay.
And then that was the CIA killing Kennedy and demonstrating that we can do whatever we want and kill anybody we want. And that was the beginning of the deep state really getting entrenched and controlling the world.
And to what benefit? Whose benefit is who's
to theirs? Money and power.
But
and keep people stupid.
Jeffrey Epstein, deep state?
Protected by the deep state.
Okay, well, I'm being told that we have 2 minutes, so we better wrap it up.
But he was protected by his deep state, and he still is. The fact that all of his connections weren't revealed until years later.
Okay, now you're onto something with Jeffrey Epstein. Because how is it that somebody with world leaders, huge celebrities, huge money behind it, hid in the shadows for so long?
Who? Epstein?
Epstein.
Because they were all protecting him, because they're all like perverts and sickos.
Or was it just a sick little group?
It wasn't a little group. It wasn't a little group.
See, this is what I want you to research. I want you to research Jeffrey Epstein and the deep state. This is your assignment.
Are we done yet?
This is your assignment. Okay. We're going to get back. Okay, Walter, wrap it. Okay, so what have we concluded? People don't want a democratic society. People don't want democratic leadership. They just want to be told what to think, what to do, how to be, and they're going to be happy. As long as they don't have to go to work, they get free money from the government, and they can run through red lights, everybody is happy as pigs in shit. And with that note, always fun.
All right.
We'll see you next time. Take care.